All right, here's a live look outside of Bayfront this morning, and there's just a little bit of that, that signature wave action here coming in across the harbor. And that's just, well, we have a little bit of wave action. It's not going to be very consequential. Could be some rideable waves from you later on the day. But, you can see a little bit of the sunrise here this morning, and the clear skies have allowed for temperatures to really drop on and off across lots of northern Minnesota, where there's been an absence of clouds. So lots of negative teens and negative single digits all across the Arrowhead. I mean, everyone here across Minnesota. Superior sitting at -3 right now. 9 in Ironwood, 10 in Phillips, 10 in Hayward, and 12 in Ashland. So when we're out down towards the south and east, that's where we have some cloud cover down there. Now, our next system, it will be an Alberta Clipper system. So there's an upper level low that'll kind of help spark another low pressure system to eject out of the Rockies and follow the jet stream here. Notice how it goes just south of the region. That's going to allow for the heaviest snowfall to be north of the system into parts of the borderlands and mainly the Arrowhead, where they get a little bit of some terrain enhancement once again. And it looks like most of this is going to fall during the morning commute. So the morning commute tomorrow could be quite tricky in several places. The snow could start as early as 12 o'clock for our northern areas, but it should be on the lighter side because there's going to be a lot of dry air here that's going to be fighting close to the ground. By 6 o'clock, then the snow roots will start to come up, and this heavier snowfall is going to start across the North Shore, as well as this band of some heavier snowfall out towards the west. Track it here through the next couple of hours here. 8 o'clock, it's into the Twin Ports and already on the doorstep of northwestern Wisconsin. And then by 10 o'clock, it's already racing through into the UP and affecting, and the Twin Ports is already on the tail side of that. So in the Twin Ports, there's going to be about a 1 to 2 hour period between 7 and about 10 o'clock where the snow will be falling pretty heavily and pretty fast. And then after that, it's pretty much done with the snow. The North Shore will continue to see moderate to heavy snowfall rates through that entire period between 7 and 11 o'clock. Watch the accumulations later. And then during the afternoon hours, most of it is gone, but we'll see some residual snow showers left behind it. And those could quickly reduce visibilities quarter to half mile at times and drop another dusting or coating of some snow before everything really comes out here by 7 o'clock on Wednesday with a little bit of lake effect snow across the UP. And it'll be cold here heading through Wednesday morning. So the snow forecast, general 4 to 8 inches expected for the coastline communities of Cook County, where there's a winter storm warning. 3 to 6 just to the south and west of that. 2 to 5 inches for the UP. I could imagine seeing this 3 to 6 actually come down a little bit closer to the 53 quarter, given the latest trends, but I'm not quite confident of that just yet. Otherwise, a good swath of 1 to 3 o'clock across the U.S. 2 quarter. Now, how do we sit in terms of temperatures? Well, we're sitting at normally 27 degrees for a high. How about the next 5 days? We'll be kind of up and down from the average, getting close to that here for tomorrow, into the teens for today and Wednesday. But then by Friday, we could be getting up to near 40. That's going to be melting some of the snow. The snow this time around is going to be much fluffier than our last system, which will help with shoveling. And again, it'll melt, I think, kind of quickly here by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. But then Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at temperatures dropping back down into the teens, and perhaps another cold snap expected Saturday night into Sunday morning. Also, next snow chance is Sunday. Well, that's quite a ways out, so we'll keep an eye on it here. Otherwise, enjoy the snow tomorrow.